What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Friday. What's going on? Friday, May 24th, I think, is the date. Who gives a shit? Guys, what the hell is happening? Did an ETH spot ETF get passed yesterday? Or it certainly has been indicated that it will indeed be passed. That's kind of crazy. What a 180, right? And then I know it's not as big a news in the world of crypto, but I got to give a few more flowers out to. I'm imagining the new hire Mark, whatever he is, CMO Mark. I don't remember his last name, but Mark, the new CMO at the Algorand Foundation, because I mean, look at that, man. Imagine that, putting some community members in a commercial, using a community member's idea, leveraging this incredible community. I tweeted yesterday because last night I was laying in bed and I was like, man, I looked at CoinMarketCap and I was like, Algorand has just as an active community as, I mean, certainly anything outside of the top 10 is more active than anything in the stock, but it's at number 65. I don't know what it is this morning. We're going to go check. That's what we do on this show, but it's number 65. And finally, the Algorand Foundation didn't go out and just hire some random person off of Craigslist. They leveraged the damn community, and it is paying off massive dividends. And you know what the fun thing about it is that by using the community is excited. And now, because they did a good job with the commercial, people are starting to realize, because they're, either supportive of the commercial cross chain or they're not, but they're realizing the power of this community. So it was, I mean, a huge win. So shout out to them. I really think that this is a win, even though if people are going to complain, they're going to be like, oh, Algorand, we're, being divisive. It's just like, okay, dude, God damn. People are so even with MESSINA, we're going to have Kevin from MESSINA asked if he could come on the show to clear some things up. Even with that, how can this guy make it any more clear that he wants to bridge, I mean, we'll talk to him, but the top 4 tokens, you know what I'm saying? And and now people are like, oh, you botted your own poll so what? Coop could win the poll when their intention is to bridge all of them? Sometimes you should just think before you tweet dumb shit like that. But you probably won't. You're not going to think before you tweet, are you? Especially some of you ratty motherfuckers. Anyways, guys, how's it going? Anybody in the chat? Anybody here? How are you guys doing? Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, good afternoon. Hooray for ETFs. When Algo ETF? I hope Larry Fink saw the Algorand commercial. I don't know. I doubt that there's an Algo ETF coming in anytime soon, but reasons that maybe an XRP one could come, but why? Well, I don't know. What are we doing? Why so many ETFs? Why would you even buy an ETH ETF other than you want to put it in your retirement account? But I don't understand. ETH is I do understand that ETH is a crypto that institutions and big players are going to like, because they can see cash flow. They can see this utility. There's staking. There's yield. There is, it's like it's gas for a base layer for all of these things to be built on and all this stuff. It does have a lot of properties that sophisticated investors may prefer over something like Bitcoin, which is just Bitcoin. But that being said, what the hell is the value proposition of an ETH ETF if you're not allowed to include staking, other than you and I being able to put it in our retirement account? Okay. But the whole point of that asset is to be used. And if you don't get the yield, why would all these large institutions do that? I mean, they're sophisticated enough to custody Ethereum if they want to. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. I have a feeling that the ETH ETFs are going to be a massive disappointment because I don't understand. And maybe I don't understand something. I'm no expert here, but I just don't understand why a large institution, I get it why with Bitcoin, because you don't have to take the risk of custodying something that's worth a ton of money. And you get to put your Bitcoin in the hands of BlackRock. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? I mean, to be fair, I barely understood the point of Bitcoin ETF too. But I did have a lot of people. There were people in my life that would never just go on Coinbase or, certainly wouldn't self-custody Bitcoin to be like, all right, maybe I'll buy some now. So I guess that could happen with Ethereum. But eventually it's not going to be the thing. If you buy the ETH ETF, and then if you start to learn that, wait a second, we're not getting to take part in the yield. Okay, well, how do I do that? Oh shit, there's risk. What do I have to own that many? What's Lido? Oh man, that seems a bit sketch. Maybe I'll just buy the Bitcoin ETF. But whatever. It's good for the industry. The main thing that I'm excited about is that the United States, the current regime is capitulating to crypto in some way, at least. So there's that. Okay, let's see what we say. No Uniswap lawsuit, I'm guessing either. You think they're going to give up on that? We can talk about that. Pump it up. What's up? Governor's hat? Man, I think, by the way, do you guys know that a beautiful, the artist behind this comb that says Kuptoshi on it was also the mastermind, the brainchild of that commercial? He pitched it on Twitter and they're like, I like that. The smart guy was like, that's funny. Hey, we should get some Algorand community members to be in it. Oh, have them all be buying oranges. I mean, yes. Yes. I'm so relieved, guys. Do you guys understand how happy this makes? I mean, literally, I'm so happy. I've been so frustrated with this shit. I couldn't believe how they wouldn't leverage the community. I didn't understand it. Like, it was so upsetting to me. And it's like, finally, I'll just have like 10 to 15 minutes only. The kids want pizza. Okay, well, you know what? You're not going to fucking hurry me, Kevin. God damn it. Like, I'm finally... No, but I'm serious though. Fuck you too, Kevin. So I'm on a chat on my restream. Hold on, and he keeps on getting. I have to, in order for me to do the show, I have to stare at my face, and my chat box keeps on getting in the way. Oh my god, like my daughter. Oh my fucking poor daughter. She's 7 years old, and she's like a dancer and little actress girl. Oh god, but like the way she looks at herself in the mirror, I'm like, baby, don't do it so much. Not so much. Not so much mirror. Smiling at her. It's cute. Anyways, I'm just like really happy. I've been really frustrated and I'm like genuinely excited. I'm like seeing their thing work. And I love where it came from. I love that guy. I mean, that governor's hat, he's like the Reddit king over there. He's been such a supportive, he's been supportive of the show, but he's also just supportive of Algorand and like funny and just does a lot of good work. And it's just so cool. And then I thought that Bark the Shark and Rich Flair and whoever that first guy did a great job. The gal behind the cashier was great. John was hysterical. Like he did a great performance. It was really funny. And then Scaramucci came in at the end. I mean, that was cool. That was ballsy. He kind of probably pissed off some of his Soul fans. Anyways, it was just all good. And it really did kind of shift something slightly in me about Algorand. It made me a bit more excited about it because it just, not because of the commercial and like people are liking it, but because it just shows that there's a cooler direction and something that's actually can resonate. So anyways, it was a win in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to go through these comments. We're going to look at the news. Your kids are going to wait for their fucking pizza, Kevin. All right, hold on. Let's see. No Uniswap lawsuit, man. Scotsman on the evening beers reporting. There he goes. LB is in Scotland and he's drinking his beers. What kind of beer? What kind of beer? Did we talk about this yesterday? What beer? What's your beer of choice, LB? I want to go to Scotland. I'd like to go to Scotland. I have ancestors in Scotland. My mom is all Italian, but my dad is like Welsh, Scottish, French, some like amalgamation of that. All right, Chase, good morning. I tweet so rarely that I overthink every tweet. Let's bridge all the tokens. Don't let them get you down, Coop. Thanks, Chase. Hey, what was I going to say? Yeah, when I used to tweet less frequently, I did overthink all my tweets now, but I think it's all pretty evident that I don't overthink my tweets anymore. Okay. All the boomers want to do that. Let's go. My cheeks hurt yesterday from laughing at all the memes, fun, and goofing around. Hell yeah. That's Sean Combs. No Diddy. No Diddy. But do. All right, I think Kevin wants to leave, so maybe we'll scroll the news after he comes on. Well done, GH. Hart. Hi, what's up, Native? How you doing, man? Stella, bro. Okay. He likes some Stella. I like Stella. I like Stella too. Not everyone. Scotland is cool if you like the rain, bro. I mean, it's all right. I guess I could just go to Seattle if I like rain. We've actually gotten record-setting rain in Southern California. We've had, to date, this year, have had more rain in Los Angeles than they've had in Seattle, which is pretty funny. Okay, let's move forward. All right, let's bring Kevin in. You guys want Kevin? I'm just kidding. Let's go, Kevin. Let's bring him in. Let's do this real quick. Bring him in. Kevin, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
He's got his Mr. Strong shirt on. Hell yeah. Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on with your bull ass shit competition over there at Messina?
All the drama. Isn't that's what we do on Twitter, or X? Yeah. Drama. That's
drama.
What we do.
That's what we need drama. The vibes are too high. They were like, we were too happy about Algorand. Let's go eat Messina. No. What's going on? So why don't you explain to everybody? Well, why did you want to come on the show today? What are you thinking?
Wait, let me make you a bit bigger,
okay,
so I can look at you. Yeah, because we had a little bit of controversy. Yeah. Right? So, and I saw some comments flying around on social media, and I thought, like, let's clear that up. Let's clarify, why we initially declared Coop as the winner, and then later on, Nico. The Coop community HQ kind of like forfeited that victory and said, no, Nico are the real winners, which is nice. But
what
basically,
a bunch of
very much. But basically, what that comes from, right, is that, and I noticed it myself. But the thing with X, we all know, is that all sorts of shenanigans happen on X, and you don't have evidence for it. There's no proof. There's nothing you cannot even do about it, right? So we had a really good contest going on, I think, until about 12 hours left. I think we were sitting at about 750 votes, and Nico was pretty comfortably in the lead at that time, right? So I think I don't know if it was exactly 60%, but it was up at around 60%, like high 50s. Yeah. And then what we noticed is that all of a sudden the vote count jumped up to 1,000, and then Coop was ahead by 4%. Mm-hmm. So that seemed a bit suspicious.
Shows that there's motivated Coop holders, by the way. Shows that there's energy behind the project. People were willing to pay something for that.
And then, but of course, like, you look at that, you think like, odd, but okay. And then, like an hour later, the voting count jumped from 1,000 to about 1,250, and then Nico was ahead again.
Oh, so Nico got involved 5%. Then they bought it. Okay, so not all hands are clean. Okay.
And then, like an hour later, the vote count jumped up to 1,500.
Yeah.
And Coop was ahead again.
There we go.
So yeah, some shenanigans happened there, and there's no evidence. Although it's clear that that's why I refer to it as shenanigans and not necessarily as bot activity, because you never know. Like, there's this microscopic chance that it was genuine engagement in that last 12 hours. But yeah, it looked very suspicious. But I just went with Messina. We just went with the outcome of the poll, because at the end of the day, we were already in talks also with Nico, because they have such a cross-chain profile already, that whether they were going to win or not, we were anyway going to work with them on a cross-chain schedule and plan, right? And even if Nico was going to win, we would also have reached out to the Coop community about going cross-chain, right?
Yeah.
And we talked yesterday on our MESSINA meetup space, and introduced sort of, next week we will do that more formally, but we introduced like the idea of the token wars, which is part of the MESSINA DeFi rewards proposal, which will be up for voting from the 1st of June. That we intend to abridge several more tokens as part of that token wars in an kind of like a cross-chain DeFi contest, right? So yeah, the eventual outcome was more about prestige than whether or not your token gets bridged.
Okay, so let me just interject here. So it sounds like Coop technically wins the poll, and then very gracefully says, "You know what? That might not have been legit. Let's just pretend that Nico won for everybody." So Coop comes out unscathed completely. So they look like they're probably they. I mean, technically the winner, and they're the winner on sportsmanship. Well done, guys.
Fair. Yeah,
Okay.
very well done.
All right, good.
But then of course, like all sorts of comments start flying, and then weird
Oh my God.
accusations,
Weird accusations.
and then that's what made me message you and say like, hey, can I just quickly come on for a couple minutes and say a few words about this, because obviously I saw accusations from a guy, like maybe I shouldn't even mention or give any attention to it, like suggesting that we botted our own poll. Like, why on earth would we do that, right? Like, that makes no sense at all.
I mean, that's actually what made me engage with that thing, because I was like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever read. Like, why the hell would they do that? Like, there's no way for you to benefit other than, I mean, if
No.
it's just somebody that's not paying any attention and is just being weird and tribal, probably because they hate Coop.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was weird. I tried to be reasonable in some, interaction, but then, when people start talking about like your rug and that kind of stuff, then I just like, oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
there's no point.
yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah,
So
he made weird accusations towards me too, so I just blocked him. I don't block
yeah,
people,
yeah,
but I block them. I don't know.
yeah. No, like I don't usually do that either, but yeah, sometimes people, which is weird.
So I think maybe before you go have pizza with your kids, I think it might be a good idea to clear up, like, the war isn't necessarily
The upcoming war. Yeah.
there's a war brewing, and it's a friendly war, folks. Like, for the love of God, like, and that was the main thing that I thought was so stupid, is like, have you've not been paying attention, because anybody that's been paying attention to me the past week has seen underneath all of these obviously dumb Greek jokes that I'm making, is underneath like a full-on support. Like, I literally, during this week, I put my favorite top 5 things and I put Nico on it. Like, I wasn't competitive with them. I didn't, it wasn't like, I mean, maybe I'm competitive, but it wasn't from a place of like, oh, if Coop doesn't win, fuck Nico, man. No, it's like, I don't know. But okay, so the point is, maybe people are misunderstanding what your plan for MESSINA is and where this is headed and why you're trying to do this. So do that, and then you can go eat pizza.
Yeah. So the first of all, the very first token tournament really came from a place of, okay, like we want to try some new things. It's an experiment, right? Like we're a bridge. We're not a place where people hang out. We're not like something that people use frequently. They may use it frequently, but almost don't think about it, right? Because you just get from one end to the other, and you just go where you wanna be, and the bridge is just a piece of infrastructure. So we're thinking about, okay, how can we be more creative in establishing our position in an ecosystem? So we start experimenting with this tokens tournament, bridging tokens into Algorand, right? Which Bobo was the winner, pushed heavily by Evis, and has been doing quite okay in terms of TVL and bridge volume and trading volume, etc. So it was okay. Then we thought, okay, this was kind of like, all right, this worked okay. Now let's see if we can do something similar, but then with tokens on Algorand, and see if the community can kind of like help us determine which token they think would be best positioned or has the most cross-chain potential, and create a tournament around that, which is what we did, which was what was this tournament. And to be honest, I was even surprised by how engaged the entire community was. It was fantastic to see, really.
Yeah.
And it looked like we found something, that an engagement kind of like tactic for a bridge that works. So then we started thinking about how we can further evolve that. And at the time, we were also thinking about the new an upcoming DeFi rewards proposal, otherwise called targeted DeFi rewards (TDR), which Messina lost the vote on previous time. So we wanted to be more creative. We wanted it to be more focused on bringing more liquidity and new users and attracting new users into Algorand and really growing that DeFi ecosystem in a fun way. The token tournaments were a success, so we thought, okay, let's build something around that, and that's where Token Wars came from, which we'll be sharing a lot more information and details about in the coming weeks. But in short, it's about bridging Algorand tokens. Well, we're looking at Avalanche because we're trying to partner with Trader Joe for this. So bridging tokens from Algorand to Avalanche, pooling it on Trader Joe, bridging the LP tokens back to Algorand again, having farms unpacked, and then doing a kind of like a contest on who can produce the most bridge volume, who can produce the most trading volume, who can produce the deepest liquidity, do some scoring system around that, and allocate DeFi rewards for the best performing tokens, right?
Oh yeah.
So there's two more kind of parts to Token Wars, but that's basically the part that's most relevant to the current conversation, right? So
And you can't really game that. That's the cool thing. So the proof will be in the pudding at that point. So the people that will actually win these rewards are going to be the ones that actually put their money where their mouth is and go
precisely.
support liquidity for your favorite token. So instead of being a keyboard warrior on Twitter, you're actually going to have to bridge some liquidity over there and do it, and actually use the bridge, and you're actually creating adoption for your project and using DeFi rewards to increase Algorand adoption and awareness and all of this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's Token Wars. That's
Does
what we're
anybody have a
heading
problem
to.
with that? Before we let them go, does anybody have any questions for you in here? No? Dude, we had 6 weeks of rain in 24 hours yesterday in Edinburgh. Oh man, when I was a young
that's just another Tuesday in Scotland, no? That's
when I was a young man, I was in a short play, and I was going to go to Edinburgh with a girl that actually went on to win a Tony Award. By the way, she went on to win a Tony Award. We were in a 2-person play, and we were accepted into Edinburgh before she won this Tony Award, but she got sick and we couldn't fucking go. Pissed me off. Anyways, that was one of those things. Can you bridge my token? Oh, well, there you go. Block Cycle. Do you have people? So Cycle wants to be bridged.
DM, send a DM to the Messina account on Twitter.
So there
We'll
you
see.
go. All right. Well, if nobody really has any questions, I feel like you mentioned it. I mean, so what are you going to do? What kind of pizza are you having with your kids?
Just oven pizza.
Yeah, you're going to make some. Is it
It's
like frozen?
Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Friday night, pizza night, movie night. So, and
nice.
then weekend.
Then
Am
weekend.
I allowed to say happy Friday now? Because
Yes.
you got upset when I said it yesterday.
Well, it was noon on Thursday. It wasn't even Friday for you.
It was Thursday night. It was Thursday night.
Yeah. So don't wish people happy Friday on Thursday night. I'm just kidding.
I do,
um,
man.
yeah. Okay. So Block Cycle just told Walt. Yeah, man. I mean, look,
Right.
I think there's good vibes. Who cares what a few people said on Twitter? By the way, I mean, who cares?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like that's what I was also saying that like even I think everybody was upset about the supposed bots because you have no evidence. It looks like it was botted. Yeah. So supposed botting. I think because it was such a great show of strength of community and coming together in a fun activity and event and everybody being involved. And I was genuinely surprised by how much visibility and engagement these polls had throughout the 3 weeks, by the way.
Yeah, I
So,
know. No,
and then yeah, it was a bit ruined, like bit ruined by
yeah,
and maybe a bit of an anti-climax. But at the end of the day, like the way everybody goes about it, right? Like I talk with the Realms guys, I talk with the Coop HQ guys. Nobody is upset with each other. We're all friends.
yeah.
Everybody tries to support each other. Everybody understands, what is the goal, what is the vision, and we work towards that together. So
Yeah.
that's it.
I mean, that's it. I mean, and there wasn't like clearly there was no bot activity, like you said, through those first rounds, and then even
No.
up to about 800 votes, like you said on this, it was clearly
Yeah.
an organic thing. I did vote twice, though. I voted from my account and my Devin account. So sorry, guys. But so, but yeah, and so that was it's all good. I mean, it's all
Okay.
good. Anybody that's upset about this is just needs to be upset about something. You know what I'm saying? I think so. I think so. And
Yeah.
now LB is
Sometimes.
mad at you for wishing him a happy Friday when it's almost Saturday. So you can't win with this Friday
Oh man. All right, man.
thing. All right. Hey, thanks for coming on, dude. Good job with the Messina Wars.
Cheers, man. Thanks for having me. Happy
All right.
Sunday.
You too.
Cheers.
Happy Sunday. What? Just dropping bombs on us. Happy Sunday. All right. All right, folks. I got to get a haircut. I have a haircut appointment at 11. So let's go. Let's look at the news. Let's go through the news. Oops, wrong one. Happy Sunday. Okay, what am I looking for? I guess I'll go to CNBC real quick, check the stock market, see how that's going. Looks like it's bouncing back. So we got some green over there. Let's see. There you go. So the Dow is up 0.25%. The S&P 500 is up over 0.5%, and the Nasdaq is up 1%. So Biden's gasoline sale likely won't have a big impact. 3-month lows is bouncing back. So gas has been going down. How's gold, by the way? Gold is down. Silver is holding on to 30 for dear life. Gold is below 2,400. We'll check crypto in a second. Nvidia, oh man, look at that shit, 1,046. And they're doing a 10-to-1 split, aren't they? I'm sharing this, right? Yeah. All right, there we go. Chase Sapphire, prefer, nobody cares. Why am I reading that? Okay. Ba-do-do-do. Buddy, how's GameStop doing? Hurry up, GameStop. All right. It's not up here, though. So let's go to Bloomberg real quick just to check out and see what the headlines say here. Consumers tempered inflation expectations in late May. U.S. consumers expected prime at a 3.3% annual rate over this year. Not bad. Goldman Sachs bet on July Fed rate cut. We're getting less and less expectation of rate cuts, but the market continues to be okay. Buddy, buddy, sorry. All right, we're done with that. Let's go to CoinDesk. So Bitcoin's bouncing back as ETH pushes down. One trader said Ether sell-off on positive news is typical. Buy the rumors, sell the facts. Ether ETF listing approval sees billions poured into restaking protocol EtherFi. All right. Sol and XRP could be possible candidates for the ETFs. I mean, I'm so tired of this narrative now at this point. Like, do we really care? Is this what we were going to do? We're just going to constantly be speculating on how the institutions can control these assets. Like, what are we doing? Okay. I'm going to look at the block. I am in a bit of a hurry. I just realized that it's later than I thought. Because I have to drive to West LA. Okay. Former SEC chairman, Ethereum ETF trading inevitable. Questions remain. All right, what do you want? What do you got, Jay? Clayton noted that the spot approvals bode well for the products. He thinks their registration statement approval and subsequent inevitable, but there are still thorny questions surrounding exchange traded products and its underlying asset. Clayton noted that the listings bode favorably for the product, adding that he thinks their trading will be inevitable. But okay, we just read that. There's the listing approval, which is what happened yesterday, and then there's the approval of the product itself, which is still pending. What comes next before trading begins is whether the fund's registration statements are approved. A registration statement provides transparency regarding the fund's objectives, expenses, risks, fees, management, and organization structure so that potential investors can be informed. I think it means it's inevitable. We went through this census with the Bitcoin product where almost all the questions were decided. The question that was decided yesterday, to speak technically, is that the market is efficacious enough for this product to be listed on the exchange. That is what was decided, but there are other questions out there. It was a question of market efficacy that prevented Clayton from approving crypto ETFs while helming the SEC between 2017 and 2020. However, he noted that the spot markets for Bitcoin and Ether have developed remarkably over time. As the block's data dashboard shows, spot crypto trading for exchanges hit their all-time highest months in mid-2021, with March 2024 reaching third place. What the fuck's happening? Tether's next big bet is on AI. Okay. JP Morgan expects spot ETFs to begin trading well ahead of November. Standard Charter analyst says other crypto ETFs such as Sol and XRP is likely a 2025 story. All right. There you go. Enjoy 2025, folks. Okay. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. So, like we just read, we're in greed, according to that. Bitcoin is pushing back up 68.6. Ethereum up, but down 3% in the last 24 hours, but still up there in 3,700. Solana pushed down about 5% in the last 24 hours, but still looking good there. XRP is where XRP always is. Cardano pushing down. Avalanche pretty sideways. Polkadot sideways to up. Near got their panties in a bunch about that commercial yesterday. Aw, you nearly did it, Near. Litecoin $84. How is the volume, by the way? Oh shit, look at that. It's rare you see that. Volume on Bitcoin and Ethereum exactly the same. Hedera pushing down 6% in the last 7 days. Stacks below $2. Dog with hat. Everybody loves that dog with hat. Sui down to 105. Algo. It was 6. Oh, look at it. People are buying it. Look at that. Up 4% in the last 24 hours. A little bit of marketing did it wonders. It actually is green when other things aren't. Nice. Went from 65 to 62, almost back in the top 60, folks. Volume ticked up. It was at about 50 million recently. Looks pretty good. All right, then. Let's go to Vestige real quick. You guys ever... Bobo up 13%. We just talked about that with MESSINA. Polka Gold pushing down. Opal is pumping 24% in the last 24 hours. GORA is up in the last 24 hours, up 37 cents. KuCoin is up on 1.5%. Look at that climb. Nico also up. Volume is significantly higher for Coop, by the way. Up to 6,300 compared to 1,300 for Nico. Kita, just living that life. Pepe pretty sideways. Sideways to up, actually. All right, guys. I do got to go, though. Let's go back and let's talk to you guys for a second, and then I'll be on my way. Wish you guys. Op will make us all wedge. Let's go. Let's get that wedge. All right, folks. Hey, look. Opal definitely is pumping right now. Oh, I haven't really followed. I mean, hey, Lee, do you want to come on the show? I'd be down to talk about Arbitrum and what your plans are over there. But we don't have to do that now. Folks, I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good morning or good afternoon or a good evening where you're at right now. It is Friday. I hope you guys have a fun, safe weekend. You don't have to be safe if you don't want to. I don't give a shit what you do. Just don't die. I prefer that. But yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I like I was saying earlier, I'm happy for Algorand. I'm happy to see some of that energy some of that community energy seep to the forefront of people's mind and cross chain. You know what I mean? So it's all good. All right, folks. Hey, have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day to those of you in the States. You probably have Monday off, so you're going to have a long weekend. It's a long weekend over here. Cheers, Coop. Have a good weekend. Thank you, LB. Yeah, we have a long weekend over here, so we're all going to have a party. We're going to either go see, me and my kids are going to either go see If or the new Garfield movie. I'm rooting for If, even though I don't know what it is. I'm kind of tired of Garfield movies, even though I loved Garfield as a kid. I mean, whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Whatever those kids want. All right, folks. Hey, thanks again. Thanks for your support. I mean, are we going to bridge Coop to Avalanche? Is that what we're doing? And Nico? Let's go. Let's go show them what the Algorand community can do. That'd be kind of fun, right? They'd probably like it. Be a lot of volume, a lot of activity. Who knows? Might work. All right, folks. I'll see you soon.